talking of competitions, Stephen Mangan, you entered a competition. In fact, you won a competition, and it sounds like an incredibly difficult competition.
Again, as a kid?
Yes.
I wonder if I went dressed as Beauty. I don't think I did. Guessing the number of jelly beans in a Mini Cooper.
Like, that's hard.
How did you do that?
It's just a gift I have. Yeah.
What was the number?
I can't remember now, but I remember it was the prize was presented by Britain's tallest man. That's all I remember is that. Thank you.
But did you win the car?
No, I won some vouchers. I know.
Jelly beans.
I mean, I would have taken the car or the jelly beans.
Yeah.
But no. Vouchers.
Because, Saoirse Ronan, you won a really good prize.
Yeah.
What did you win?
I won a trip to Florida when I was a kid.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you.
The sun came.
Yeah, it's like...
No, that's good. Tell us how you won it.
I won it when I was a kid, and I had never entered into a competition like that before. And it was the first day of the summer holidays when I was like 9 or 10 or something. And Jerry Ryan, who you know, was this very well-known Irish DJ at home. He's passed away now, but he was really incredible. And his show was like the top show in the country. And Shrek 2 had just come out. That's how long ago it was. And he was giving away this holiday to Florida. And what you had to do was you had to phone in as one of the characters in Shrek 2 and tell Jerry why you deserved the holiday. And I hadn't started properly acting yet at that stage or anything. But Dad was an actor, so I was around sort of like, you know, improvisers and things like that. And Mum was like, you should go in for it, just why not? We had never been on like a proper holiday. I was like, oh God, okay. So we got a little notepad, like tiny little notepad, and we wrote down like a tiny little script of what I was gonna say, just this short little script. And I got on, and I think I was one of the first kids on, and I did it as the gingerbread man. And so then 5 days later, he phoned up and told me that we had won.
Well, you were on the Late Late back in Ireland a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
They found this clip. So this is two little clips put together. It's your gingerbread man.
Yeah.
Followed by, which I really like, your reaction to winning.
Yes.
So here's
very squeaky voice.
Here we go.
Now, Saoirse is 10 years of age.
Yeah.
Now, which character have you chosen?
I'm gonna do the gingerbread man.
Off you go, Saoirse.
Hiya, Jerry. The reason why I need a holiday is because I've never had a holiday before.
You're the only little girl in the house, are you?
Yeah.
Well, I've got news for you.
Yeah.
You're going to Florida.
When you win an Oscar, I want you to react like that.
I also got a blow-up donkey halfway through the week, so that's what I was like, oh, I'm out of it then if they've sent me a blow-up donkey. I had this donkey that went up to it, and I brought him into school and everything. I was like, I haven't won the prize, but at least I got this.
Yes.
But yeah.
But now, here's it. Laura Linney.
Sir.
You, and now, because, you know, people enter competitions and they win them. Whatever competition I thought you might have entered and won, it was not
this one?
So tell us what you entered.
I have deep hidden talent.
Yes.
Yes, I won a limbo competition on roller skates.
You are kidding.
Roller skate limbo competition when I was like 12 or 13 years old.
Wow.
I thought I knew what that was. I thought you just did the limbo. But is it you do that?
Well, I didn't do that.
Oh.
I didn't do that. I went this way and I went backwards, and I had a very short boyfriend at the time, so we did it as a couple, so that helped.
What did you win?
I don't remember. I think like a solo dance around the rink.
Oh,
I think the two of us got to like dance to some like, you know, Saturday Night Live sort of disco kind of.
I like Laura. The whole narrative of the show is I'm a very shy person, really.
Yeah.
And then my prize after winning a roller skate limbo. So we've had winner. Now, Timothy, you didn't win. You didn't win. But if it was as a competition, I'm talking about your effort to do well in... Was it an exam about statistics?
Oh, God. Christ, yes, this is true. I got a D on that, yeah.
You got a D.
I got a D, but I mean, I deserved that or worse.
But anyway, so you're in school, you're doing an exam in statistics. Your teacher, she's Miss Lawton.
Yes, Lawton.
Lawton, Miss Lawton. So what were the other kids doing? Were the other kids just doing...
Yeah, variation. I mean, some people presented parabolas and things that were more appropriate for statistics, you know, varied projects. Mine was not.
So tell the people what you decided to do.
Like a statistics song?
Yes, a sort of statistics rap.
Yeah, horrible, bad level, worst level.
Yeah.
Yes.
But no, but you came up with a whole rap persona, didn't you?
Yeah, but not for that. I just had it.
Oh. So is it Lil Timmy Tim?
Yeah, it's part of my.
Oh, you're gonna regret. You're gonna regret.
Yeah. Gingerbread Man is nothing now.
Indeed.
Now it's on the internet. Now
well,
it's out.
But so how do we have this film? Did you post it? How does this film exist?
So I posted it. I did it with a friend on a green screen in school, and I'm pointing to different. I was gonna Photoshop my teacher's face in, but I got too lazy. So now they're just kind of weird in the video. I'm pointing around, and there's nothing.
Well, here are the statistical rap stylings of Lil Timmy Tim.
Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Statistic, yep. Miss Lawton, Miss Lawton, Miss Lawton. Look at me, it's Timmy T. About to hit him with the ZTST. Let us see the probability you see me on TV. 1,000 trillion%. I'm a statistical gem. 1 in a zillion, about to net a million. Fruity colors on these numbers, call it a million. Statistics. Yep.
Very good. Lil Timmy Tim. Excellent. Excellent work. You got a D. A D. Madness. And Michelle, congratulations, because I think it was when you were filming Wicked, you got to go to LA and pick up your Oscar.
That's right.
Yes?
Actually, I was on your show just before that.
Yeah, you came on to promote the movie and then a prize.
With Austin Butler.
Yeah, and then, you know, when you're up for awards, I guess there's pressure on yourself, because you're kind of thinking, oh, I hope I win this.
It's
pressure,
terrifying.
Yeah, pressure from the movie.
Right?
But
Yeah.
Yeah, but you the pressure of Malaysia, a whole country was
Malaysia.
banking on you to win.
My mom, almost to the, you know, the best actress is the second to last. So you sit there the entire evening going like, oh God, oh God, oh God. And then just before all this, Jamie Lee Curtis, the other Jamie, amazing other Jamie, and Key looked at me and go like, I was like, what? It's okay, don't worry if I lose. I mean, because their expression was like, don't worry, it's okay if you lose, we'll still love you, okay? And then suddenly my head flashed to my mom, who in Malaysia with the 6 hours time difference, they had to get up at 6 in the morning to do this red carpet and watch the entire show. And I was thinking, what if I lose? I'll never go home.
No, because this is in Malaysia. That is the pride of Malaysia. You have to win.
It was so touching. It was a big thing.
Jamie and I have that. He's got it in the pride of Texas.
Yes.
What's your town?
Terrell, Texas.
In Terrell, Texas, and I'm, of course, pride of Long Beach.
Long Beach.
Yeah. There are posters. There are posters.
Yeah.
And Jamie, did you feel pressure when you won the Oscar?
No, I knew I was gonna win.
Okay.
No. I'm just serious. No, I had been told, but you don't really know, right?
No.
But when
Who
it
told
happened,
you?
a lot of Caucasian people were telling me that I was gonna win. You got it in the bag, man. You got it in the. But it was amazing. It was a great film in Ray Charles. The only thing that I would say is that the Oscar made me feel different. So I didn't keep it at my house.
Okay.
Because I'm a comic and I wanted to go back to being my you know, the funny stuff. But the Oscars, it made me feel like as soon as I put it in my hand, I started speaking in like an English accent. Oh, God, thank you so much. So it's a wonderful
I can't imagine what it's like working with
when I
him.
got there, I was like...
You'd be like rolling around.
I can't believe that I won. No, I'm just kidding.
So where is the Oscar?
It's at the crib.
Oh.
It's at my house now. It wasn't at first.
Oh, I see.
But I got it back because...
Oh, it came home.
Because I wanted to go back to being me, you know what I'm saying? And it made me kind of feel like, you know, like I was too good, and I didn't want to feel that. I wanted to still feel hungry.
Yeah. Well, one story about your dad. The bet involving your brother. Do you know the story I mean?
The bicycle?
Yeah, the motorcycle.
Motorbike?
The motorcycle.
Oh, yeah. Another way my dad did great business.
Our upbringings are so similar. It's unbelievable.
Are you getting laid?
Every time I come on this show, I get abused by Hollywood stars.
Check this out.
This is a great...
I'm going to sit back and enjoy.
Yeah, this is a great story. This is a great story.
So, my dad's at a ranch one time with his friends, and they've been deer hunting all day, and it's late at night. They're sitting out in the barn drinking and stuff, and so all of a sudden the subject comes up of how high everybody can pee, you know? How high on the wall, right? And he's got this buddy named Jim who's about 6'6", and they're playing cards, looking around, and my dad sees this old BMX bike, and we couldn't afford a BMX bike. Now, my middle brother had been wanting a BMX motorcycle, but we couldn't afford it. There's this old CRX 80 over there. And Dad says, well, you know, Jim, my son, he could pee over your head on the wall. And he goes, oh, there's no way he can do that. And he goes, yeah, you can. I'll bet you. I'll bet the motorbike on it. And the guy goes, oh, there's no way. I'm 6'6". Pop gets in the car, drives an hour and a half back into town, wakes my 12-year-old brother up in his tidy whities, gets him out of bed. What do you got to do when you get woken up in the middle of the night as a kid? You got to pee, right? My dad says, no, you're not going to pee. Actually, get in the car with me. Get in the car. No, have a sip on this beer because we're about to go get yourself a motorcycle, buddy. So Pat's sitting there in his tidy whities. They ride an hour and a half back, get back at 4 in the morning, and brings my brother into the barn. They put Jim up against the wall. Jim marks the mark at 6'6", and my dad says, go ahead, boy. By a foot, put the CRX 100 in the back of the truck, got home, my brother's first motorcycle. We
love your baller. And obviously, cakes have brought you all this success, but am I right in thinking you are more of a savoury person than a sweet person?
Oh, yeah. I mean, on Eid, when we're celebrating, we have Samosa eating competitions, and...
What?
Yes.
That's
Where
a thing.
Is Eid? When is Eid?
Can
I be there?
You need to come over to ours, and we have a competition every year, and I ate 83 samosas.
Wow.
Is that a record?
I mean, 7 minutes. Yeah. 7 minutes more tea.
That completely
I mean,
Jack, we've got to do that.
That's impressive.
Very impressive.
I mean, 83 samosas every year, twice a year. I'll be dead by 60. But at least I lived.
But I think the thing is, when people see your name as producer, they kind of think, oh, that's just a vanity thing, where it was a nice thing for you. But you did work for it.
Yeah, I came up with the concept because it's based on Dirty Rotten Scoundrels that's had a few reiterations throughout history. And I went into MGM and said, oh, I'm feeling like we should do something like Dirty Rotten Skanks. And pitch this, which we ended up changing the title because skank is rude or whatever. And you go through all phases of development and filming the movie. And when we put the movie together, they gave it an R rating, which is quite rude. I think it's R for rude or whatever it is. But as the producer, I'm like, no, this is definitely a PG film. So I represented the film in the MPAA arbitration because I also have a law degree as well, guys. Basically, it's very hard for movies to win these arbitrations. You've got to address the jury. And I was very successful in overturning our rating.
What were your arguments?
I think I brought an
Are they the papers on today? There's papers in there?
Yeah. OK, let me get it.
OK.
So I brought... This was my official speech that I had to give an address. And it's very long, so I can't read all of it, but it's, I mean, it's real legal stuff, you guys.
Okay.
How long did it take you to write?
So basically, I said that it was sexist to give our movie an R rating when the original that starred 2 men was given PG-13. So I did an analysis between male comedies and female comedies and the language and stuff used in it. So in this point, I talk about the movie Anchorman, which was given a PG rating. And I said, The Hustle has 5 references to female anatomy, but the PG movie Anchorman has 9 references to male anatomy. 1 2 and I'm doing this very seriously. 1 weed, 1 penis, 1 testes, 1 erection, 1 loins, 1 crotchal joke, plus 20 references to female body parts, and it has lines including, I want to rub Vaseline on your hiney. I want to put some barbecue sauce on that butt and just bite, 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 munch, munch, munch.
And you're saying this to, like, a judge?
Yeah, I'm
That's
saying
great.
this to the jury.
Awesome.
What, are they laughing at this?
No, this is so serious. So serious. But I had to put all my arguments, and I'm like, you know, for example, even the Disney movie Frozen has an adult joke in it, where the character of Anna is referring to her fiancé's foot size and says foot size doesn't matter. I mean, that's clearly a penis euphemism. And it's in a G movie. And there's also penis euphemisms in 101 Dalmatians and Muppet Treasure Island.
Wow.
And
They're
those
really
movies-
shocked now. They're
Those movies are designed for young children to enjoy. So it goes on and on and on. I have a lot of arguments. The jury deliberated for less than 5 minutes and declared me the winner.
Nice. Well done, that woman.
I was one of the first movies. I think the movie Mean Girls was one of the other movies to overturn their rating adjudication. Yeah, so.
Well done, you.
Smashed it.
Yeah. Case closed.
Thanks.
Andrew, as you grew up, I think it's fair to say that Andrew Barfield took British gymnastics by storm. Now, were you Olympic standard? I was Olympic standard. You won competitions, didn't you?
I won bronze medal in the under-12s United Kingdom schools event.
Hello!
That's a big deal.
Yes.
I loved it, though. I mean...
Is that how you do it?
You gotta stick the landing.
You gotta stick the landing.
Stick the landing.
Yeah, do the landing.
Why did you give up? There was a big fat man who was my coach, and he would sit on my back when I was doing the splits.
What?
Oh, that doesn't sound right.
It was rough.
That could damage a boy.
I was 8 years old.
Yeah, there's a point in adolescence where you'd have to just stop that.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I had the strength to say no more.
So you are Team Mercedes?
Yes.
OK. So when it comes to winning, obviously, you know, you would think you want the team to win.
OK.
But unless you win, do you actually care who else wins? Like, if Team Red Bull won, would that be as bad as one of your teammates winning?
No. It's difficult because you're kind of you know, it's difficult because you are a team. The job is to both drivers to score as many points as possible. That's the only way you can win the Constructors' Championship. That's the actual only championship the team really care about. And then, but individually, we both want to win. So we always want to beat the other driver. Generally, he was supposed to say, if I don't win, I would prefer my teammate wins, but it's not really the case because you're competing against your teammate, so you don't mind someone else taking points away from him.
Yeah. And are you able to socialise with the other drivers, or are you all just so? Are you such kind of like sworn enemies that we can't socialise? You can't just kind of hang out?
No, you can. Some of the drivers
are horrible.
For example, I get on really well with Daniel Ricciardo, for example. But a lot, you know, also Jensen, you know, they live in Monaco at the same time. So a lot of the drivers live in Monaco.
But the problem is most of them are quite dull. Like, that's what I love about Lewis, is he's the only genuine superstar in Formula One. The other ones, like that Vettel guy that was winning it for like 5 years, you watch him get interviewed, he is the most boring man I have ever seen. He made Michael Owen look like Bruno Toglioni.
No way, really? Yeah. He's actually really funny. He's actually really funny.
He
guy.
hides it.
Now, let's turn to Vanessa Kirby, already creating Oscar buzz. I know it's embarrassing, but you are, with her latest movie, Pieces of a Woman. It's out on Netflix from January the 7th. January the 7th, yes, yeah. And is getting amazing reviews, and you've already won awards. Here you are at the Venice Film Festival with your lovely prize. It is quite the prize.
It's impossible to carry.
Is that marble, the bottom of it?
I think maybe, yeah. It's like a kind of football trophy.
Yeah, but don't complain about it. Don't complain about it.
Maybe no, but it's quite hard to hold. It's kind of like clangs like a cowbell. Sides. It's,
and
yeah.
talking of meeting heroes, you tell a story about being in Los Angeles. You were directing...
Yes, I've been to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
But you were doing a video.
Yeah, when we did the comic strip, Don and I started directing when I was doing that, and I did the second episode of Bad News, and I made a promo in it for the band. And it went down quite well, and other bands started asking me to do promos for them, so I did Zodiac Mind Warp and the Love Reaction and Squeeze and the Pogues and things like that. And I did a load in a year and won an MTV award.
Hey, an astronaut. A little astronaut.
I've won 2 prizes for vegetables, 1 for making a video and none for comedy. But this prize got me out to LA to make this video for a band that's not been heard of since. And I was busy making it in the Charlie Chaplin stage.
Yes, wow.
And I know. And I was aware as we were shooting there was a kind of kerfuffle in the corner and sort of psychic wave. And I sort of looked around like that and peered like that. And peering back at me from the corner, it's quite a long way away, was Joni Mitchell.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
And I thought, oh, that's Joni Mitchell. And, yeah, that's her on the screen there.
Oh, look at that.
And I didn't know what to do, because was I supposed to be staring at her? I mean, she wouldn't break the gaze. It was like a sort of tractor beam on Star Trek. And I kept on looking, and she started striding towards me quite fiercely.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, have you slept with her too?
No. Nor have I licked her breast. And then she started running and sort of pumping her fists, and I thought, she's going to hit me. And she got to me, and as she got to me, she threw her arms around me like this. And I thought, oh, Christ, she doesn't know who I am. And then she pulled back like this, came back, kissed me on the lips.
Ooh.
Platonic kiss.
Yes.
No tongues.
Yeah.
Not a sex fest. And then she held me at arm's length and said, Adrian.
Yes.
Whenever we have young ones parties, I always play Vivian.
Oh, my Lord. What an accolade.
I know. And what I love about that story is that somewhere in the world there must be photographs of Joni Mitchell dressed up as Vivian.
Yeah.
Reese Witherspoon, all the characters you've played over the years, really memorable characters, and of course the Oscar-winning June Carter in Walk the Line, which is just fabulous. Absolutely, it's such a brilliant film, and you are so brilliant in it.
Thank you.
And you sing in it.
Yeah.
That's so brave.
Well, I wasn't so brave. We practiced for about 7 months because I was so nervous. And literally every week I was calling my attorney going, get me out of here. Get me out of here. Because I'm going to... You know, there's this famous tape of someone famous's wife singing a song, and it's really bad.
Yeah, Linda McCartney.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know who it was.
Yeah, it's Linda McCartney.
But I just remember it was like famous how bad she was, and I was so paranoid. I was gonna be like that person they passed around the audio files of me singing really horribly. You don't have that, do you?
No.
Okay.
but when you were a kid, you dreamt of being a country man.
Oh yeah, I went to camps because I wanted to be on Broadway, and I wanted to be a Broadway kid, and they said to me. I had a singing performance, and they said, whatever you do, just don't ever sing. It's bad. And they were like, the acting is okay, you can do that, you're pretty good at that, but don't ever sing. So it kind of put it in my head, like, don't ever do that.
That's so mean to do that to a kid, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
People do those things.
Yeah. And now you've got an Oscar.
Exactly.
For singing and acting. Yeah. No, I have to ask. So where is the Oscar?
Oh, it's in my living room.
Oh, good. I like...
Yeah.
Because people hide them.
Yeah, I was for a while. I was really, demure, and I put it in the back of the book. And then I was like,
You know what? What am I doing? I'm gonna put it right there in the front of the living room so everybody can see it.
I'd have it in the window.
It's making things a necklace, but
It
it's
spins
very...
slowly, mine. Charge people. Oh, Reese, don't hide it. I'd wear it as a hat, honestly.
I thought about making it into a door knocker or a necklace, but it's very heavy. Yeah, and if you can come to my house and you can pick it up, but you have to make a speech.
With the...
Yes, because you do your acceptance speech when you hold it.
Because everyone does have one, don't they?
They kind of do, and people are like a little bit shy, but if you goad them a little bit, they'll do it.
Before all this, did you used to practice, pretend in your bedroom, oh, when you get my Oscar, what I'm going to say?
Oh, I'm sure, but you know what? I had one of those, when I was a kid, it was always like all those people I was going to get back at. That boy who broke my heart, I was going to do it, and I was it. But then, of course, you get in the moment and you have to be sincere.
When you win your next one.
That's right.
Do you like awards, Graham? Award ceremonies. I
love watching them.
I get Tourette's when I go to them. You know when you get up, you seriously, I go up on the stage, you know, if you get an award, whatever, TV quick, whatever, and you go, rather than just say, thank you very much and thank the team, I go into one. I hear this voice coming out like The Exorcist with all this filth and and I go, shut up, just say thank you and get off, and I can't. And then for 3 weeks, I can't sleep. I wake up in bed and go, why did I say that? Why did I call Simon Cowell a you-know-what?
It's true. I go into a spiral of self-hate afterwards.
Yeah.
It's bad, yeah.
And that year, you had kind of won everything on the way to the Oscars, hadn't you? So did you kind of, on the night, did you kind of know?
I just kept hoping they weren't going to call my name. I kept hoping they wouldn't call my name. Because then you have to give a speech, and you know for the rest of your life, they're going to play it over and over and over again. And if you make an idiot of yourself, they'll play it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And you know, it's kind of like a moment frozen in time. So it was a little nerve-wracking.
But you didn't make an idiot of yourself.
Well, thanks.
And you looked lovely as well.
Well, thanks.
Yeah, because that's the other thing. Even if you don't
that's
speak,
important.
even if you don't speak,
Yeah.
that photograph's going to be up there forever.
Mind the dress.
Yeah, it was all very good. Josh, we don't need to look for nerdy pictures of you because they're in the title sequence of your sitcom.
Yeah.
Here you are as a little boy.
Oh, come on.
That was my Elton John face.
Now, this next one, you are such a high achiever. Here you are. Look at that. Yeah. What competition had you won second and third prize in?
I think it was worst shell suit, wasn't it? No, it was at the local village flower show for flower arranging. Let me just
whatever
be clear,
answer I was expecting. That wasn't the
penis,
answer I was expecting. What was that flower arrangement you did?
Yeah, I did a flower arrangement.
2?
Well, 2. No,
you came second and third.
Yeah, no, I think the other one was there was a class which was best animal model made out of vegetables. And my dad cheated and did it himself. And still came third.
And then we've got one more picture of you that's in the thing.
Great.
Oh.
That's good.
Oh, like a young Martina Navratilova.
You've got to mention the last sitcom that yourself and Robert did, Peep Show, which, I mean, just so successful and everything. But the
So
show's
good.
successful, you know, and you and Robert have done well, but not as well as some people associated with that show. I mean, it is kind of, it's crazy now. It stars an, it stars an Oscar winner. It stars an Oscar winner.
Yes. No,
Have you won an
true.
Oscar?
I haven't yet won an Oscar. Not that I'm aware of. Obviously, I've turned my phone off for this, so there may be news. But yes, no, she's currently the first of the Oscar winners for a feature.
This is Olivia Colman. And, I mean, when you watched her, because obviously you could be pleased for her being nominated, when you watched her, could you still be pleased when she won?
Do you know, I am an extremely mean-spirited person, and usually I'm not keen on other people succeeding. But she is so nice, and I've known her so long. Yeah. I was surprised how thrilled I was when she won. It was brilliant. But it it felt a bit insane seeing someone that you had done things at college with, and there she is winning an Oscar.
Does she still get back to you quickly when you text her, for example? Does she still get back to you straight away, or is there a bit more?
Well, I'm not allowed her number anymore. She completely. She treats me like I'm a human of equivalent significance.
Wow.
That's,
Yeah.
And I can't promise I do the same to her if the roles are reversed.
And congratulations on The Voice. The Voice. You won The Voice.
I won! Team J Hut!
Yes!
It's my first season, too.
First season. You're the first ever female judge winner.
To actually win.
Yes.
So, yeah, I still can't believe it.
So will you be back next year?
I want to be back next year. If you guys will have me back.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we love you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, no, before you came out, Peter Capaldi was saying he was a big fan of you on The Voice.
Thank
yeah,
you.
absolutely. And The Voice I absolutely love.
Thank
I think
you.
and you were so kind to people.
Thank you.
And also you're such a huge talent.
Wow.
And also to be able to have those youngsters there who are so gifted.
Very
and
gifted.
to have a person like yourself teach them and help them is wonderful. Wonderful to see.
And also because you were through that whole grueling process because of American Idol and everything. But this is weird. So what's the story about you entering a singing competition?
Well, see, first of all, I started out singing in contests. So me and my assistant, who's still my assistant to this day, as kids, we would go and like win all the talent shows, and we would split the money, and he would get 10%. So not too long ago, we decided to try a hand at it again. And we were in Florida, and we went to this like random bowling alley, and they so happened to have like a karaoke contest. And I was like, oh, I'm finna enter this contest and see if I can sing. And I actually won, and they were so excited. They were like, and they didn't know I was Jennifer Hudson. They was like, you just won $75. I was like, I won $75. And they said, come back next week, it'll be even more money. I was like, I will be back. I sure will.